It's definitely questionable, but it's also interesting because it's just one of these topics right now that are actually big worldwide when it comes to licenses inspiring, deleted accounts, hacked accounts.
You got this man gasping for air. Hacked accounts, hacked accounts. You know damn well he didn't want to say this, man. Gamester with another W, man. The CMOS battery, it is at it again. Sony lied to you, man. Getting played has no limit.
Deleted accounts, hacked accounts, and not having individual ownership, right? We got an individual who's claiming that his brother lost all his PlayStation 3 content, and he hasn't logged into his PlayStation 3 over 10 years. And he wants to boot it up. But when he booted it up, the licenses are expired, and the PS3 account is deleted. Now, like I said, there's some things in question here.
Oh, here
so
we go.
We're going to find
Stop
out
with the excuses, Jimmy.
Now,
stop with the excuses, Jimmy.
Loses downloaded games to expired license and deleted account.
Oh!
So let me know what you actually think about this. Oh! Interesting. As you know, on this channel, we do all
getting played has no limits.
For gaming, we don't just...
And of course you're going to defend this.
One-directional...
Look at that. He don't even know what to say, bro. This dude ain't nothing but a fanboy. I told you, bro. You gonna have people unsubscribing after this, man. The fact that you was out here damage controlling, talking about hacked accounts, out here gasping for air, man. Like, what made you so comfortable to make this video, man? I didn't even know this was going on until you made it, bruh. Come on, man. Hacked accounts.
PlayStation, supporting PlayStation. We did supporting on Xbox till Microsoft killed it, and we criticized Xbox, and we'll criticize Nintendo when we need to as well.
Oh, because you got to.
Near as much drama as these two.
You got to.
And then we criticize PC as well, Steam. You know what I mean?
Now you want to act like you some form of a neutral gamer? Go back to Nintendo where you belong, bruh. Ain't nobody listening to what you saying. We out here flaming you, bruh. You ain't got no ain't you called Mr. Intelligence? Ain't that what your name is? Man, I don't really know what's going on here, man. But like I said, man, we're going to debunk every single fanboy take that you have for this video.
Expect this post to blow up, but a lot of people think I'm lying about this, so I'll make this video to show. So actually,
for people like you,
because I get it, you know, people online make engagement posts. So the PS3 is on. This is his PS3. He actually brought it here so we can play something on it because I specifically knew we had a game on it. And we wanted to play it, so I'm going to turn it on.
Okay.
Look at that. You see that, man? He gulped. You see that? You see this man out here gulping. He already know there's about to be some bad news with this. How you going to spin this as a positive, man? Oh, he ain't no real PlayStation fan. He should have logged in. We already know. This man has already got the excuses ready, man. Look at that. You see the way he closed his eyes? He's like... This gonna be a tough one to get through. You big dummy!
Excuse the mess, by the way. I'm sorry. Okay.
Look at that, bro. You ain't never seen the PlayStation 3 intro? Like you ain't. It takes a while, bro. Wait a minute. You about to get exposed. Hold on to your seats, there, pony.
Okay.
Look at that. He ain't happy about this, y'all.
So, we're not signed in. His account isn't available anymore. Because, I don't know, some either deleted it. I don't know. I have no idea. I cannot get into it. He cannot get into it. But the point is, these games are downloaded and they're not available, okay? So, let me go here. I'll just go to Crash, okay? So, I verified this game. We never got it through PS Plus. You can see the date on it.
Yeah, of course, because PlayStation, I think PS Plus didn't even exist at that time. And on top of that, they never gave games like that. I know because I played on the PS3, so.
The date, 2010. Let's show it for a second, so I'll show it again.
Yeah, show them the date. Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. Okay, 2010. Okay. The man ain't lying.
2010. Crash worked, okay? We bought this. It's downloaded.
Oh!
Look.
Getting played has no limits. Look at this. Oh, no, I'm going to let y'all see this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, but we own our games. Bro, I have Xbox 360s. for a lot longer than that, and guess what? My digital games still work. You ponies gonna have to explain yourself, man. How are you gonna spend this now, Mr. Dreamcast guy, too?
But it's telling you,
here we go.
Change the time, bro. Set the time and date.
Oh, here we go. You see how offended I was? Change your time, bro. He shouldn't have to. He bought the game, bro. And you saying it's telling him to change the time. What? Bro, shut up. Yo, you about to lose subscribers after this, man. Y'all make sure you leave Gamester with another W in this video right here, because you ain't nothing but a fanboy, bro. You just exposed yourself, bro. What is you talking about? Oh, just change the time, bro. What is that even supposed to mean? It says set via internet. Look. Doesn't that beat the whole point of buying the games in ownership? You shouldn't have to sign in online to get access to your games. Sony has been doing this since the very beginning. And you ponies still out here defending this garbage. Let's see it again. Let's go. Gamester with another W. Let's go. He can't believe it. He's in disbelief.
But it's telling you to go change the time, bro. Set the time and date.
Yeah, what about set via the internet? Set the date and time via the internet. PlayStation 3 service is going down, brother. What do you... You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, bro? All these narratives that these guys been pushing about, oh, we own our physical and digital games, just to find out, as far as the PS3, you ponies don't own anything. All your stuff got a time limit. Yo, you know they mad about this, man. I love it.
You're banned or anything.
Look at that.
If it was on his account, those are his licenses. You'd have to be sharing with him. And the games wouldn't be there.
That's not true. That's not true. Stop lying. Because I unsubscribed from Game Pass and the games still show there. But guess what? I can't have access to them because I didn't purchase them. Those games wouldn't be there if he did not buy them. And we all know, though, those games weren't on PlayStation Plus. What are you capping for, bruh? Y'all make sure you flame this dude. Let's go. It's over. Your integrity is down the toilet right after this video. We thought it was getting bad, but it got worse. You know, you are by far one of the biggest fanboys in this gaming community, man. No discussion with all this corporate bootlicking you be doing.
We have to connect to the internet or sign into an account, but he does not have his account anymore. I've even tried signing into my account, which these games weren't bought on, and they still don't work. So here's proof.
Then the games will be gone then.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. The games will spit. What do you don't understand, bro? You see how... Because if this was Xbox, we already know how this video would have been turning out. But search is PlayStation. Oh, no. But why aren't the games... Because he downloaded them. That just goes to show you that Sony has been putting time limits on digital games as far as back as the PS3. And you was out here damage controlling for this, bruh.
If your account is gone, you wouldn't even have the games. How are they still on the PlayStation?
Easy. He downloaded them. But it just goes to show you that even when he downloaded the games, he never owned them to begin with. What are you not understanding? PlayStation 3 service is going down. What are you talking about, bruh? You see how these ponies be operating? They are so down bad, and guess what? I am loving it. Let's go.
This is what kind of makes me believe that this guy is lying. Because...
Oh, it's a lie because why? Because it's PlayStation. If this was Xbox, you'd be all over this. Like flies on doo-doo. We all know this. He knows this too. You know this. I got 360s from further back than that, and they still got access to their digital games, as long as they ain't got a red ring of death. But them games are still very much playable. What are you talking about, bro?
If my account got banned and I lost access to all my games because the license are tied into my account, how do you have the games on the PlayStation? Right? And it's not telling you that you can't play the games. It says this content has a time limit. To perform this operation, go to settings, date, and time. Set via internet to set the time and date. It doesn't say that you can't play the game.
I don't know what else.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it doesn't say that you can't play the game while not being able to access the same said game.
No. That's not the same, guys.
Oh, look at that. You see that smirk? Because you got exposed. All this garbage that you've been spewing about Airbox, just to find out that PlayStation was doing the same thing, going as far back with the PlayStation 3.
Oh. He says, I don't know why X made it sound like I'm broadcasting down from an alien mothership or whatever. That's pretty funny. He says, it's literally just telling you to enter a valid time and date and connect a console to the internet. Stop lying and freaking out over literally nothing.
Why should he have to sign into the internet? If he bought those games, if we're talking about video game preservation and people buying games and having access to their digital gaming library, regardless if it's on or offline, ain't none of this should matter. You ponies out here defending this garbage. I can't believe this.
It's so dumb. Yeah, I mean, that's literally all it's saying.
But when Xbox do online only and this and that, now all of a sudden it's a problem. But when PlayStation is out here putting time limits on your purchase content or removing movies out of your account, now everything all good in the hood, G. Right? Okay.
So, it says, LOL, bro busted himself here. I want you guys to let me know what you think. You don't understand how the PS3 works, do you?
Actually, I do. I own several PS3s.
You get a different message when you try to play something that your account doesn't have the license for. Yeah. And he's like, yes, but the whole point of the original post is we lost access so that the account, to that account because Sony deleted it and we can't play games that are downloaded onto the console. Yes, I'm sure we're signing into that account will fix it, but we can't. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, 100%. But it doesn't say that,
Look at this. Look at this fanboy.
You can't play the game. It's basically saying you need to go...
If he doesn't have the account that PlayStation deleted for them, how is he going to play his purchase content? You guys are dancing around the question, bro. You're not trying to answer it because you know it looks bad. Now all of a sudden y'all trying to spin this narrative like it's a good thing. It doesn't say you can't play your content. You need to recover your account that Sony happened to delete. Oh my goodness.
Change the time.
All this right after PlayStation's about to shut the service of the PS3. All this going on.
And settings.
Look at that. Look at that. Even his beanie hat couldn't believe it, man. He had to pull it back up. Even his beanie hat was about to fall off his damn head with all these lies that he's spewing.
It's like this. It's like you're gonna have to show more. It's kind of weird, guys.
What more does he have to show? They put a lock on the man's account. They put a lock on them purchases that he made. You guys talk about how if you buy a game physically and digital, you can access the games offline. Just to find out that even the PS3 has this same exact problem. And all you guys do is keep capping, oh, but too much for primary account. That's all y'all coming up with excuses. That's all y'all doing.
Know what you actually think about this. And nobody's coming. I don't see nobody coming here necessarily to defend Sony. They're trying to find out if this guy is lying.
Oh no, you most definitely defending Sony. You are most definitely defending him.
Now, saying that you should have a time limit on your license is another thing. I think that once you buy a game digitally, you should always own it. You know what I mean? And no matter what, you should just go in there and play it. It doesn't really matter. But obviously, there was a time limit that they want on there, so that's definitely there. Let's keep reading. He says, okay, but Sony literally gives you a 6-month grace period after 3 years and tries to contact you multiple times before deleting the account. If what you said is true, that's on you. True, but still...
That's not true, because a lot of that was established as of recently. None of this was established back during the times of when the man probably bought these games on his PlayStation 3.
Well, I think that they should... Like, if you come back and you're like, hey, I'm here, and send them an email, they should activate the license. Or maybe just leave the account alone. Sure, that would 100% be better, and I'm honest. I don't know why Sony is doing this either. Even if they did it, like with the removing digital games thing, they can technically do it, but haven't ever done it in 20 years.
Unbelievable.
Account got deleted, but I don't know, man. Why would they not delete the games with it? How could you?
How can they delete the games? The games are installed. It doesn't matter. They still put a DRM lockout on the purchase content that he made. What do you not understand? Just like how PlayStation was removing accounts. Movies out of people's accounts. They don't want to admit it, guys. They've been getting played ever since the PlayStation 3. And they, like I said, getting played has no limits.
Have the games if the account is deleted. I didn't know you could do that. I don't know, because I don't share accounts with people, so that's kind of strange to me.
So now all of a sudden he's sharing an account bro, you was out here making assumptions. You don't know that. That's not what was established right here. That is something that you are making up to fit your little fanboy agendas.
So this guy says, try to set your system clock via internet, please, as the error tells you. You don't need a profile for that. And if it works, try to get Sony to fix the CMOS issues. And with how much traction your post is...
Why should this man have to do that? PlayStation is too busy shutting the service of the PS3. You think they care that much to worry about some guy that made purchases back in 2010? I don't think so.
About this, because PS3 store will be shut down eventually.
Exactly. Look at that. You can tell he's so
okay,
pissed.
So Ethernet cable.
Look at the way he's blinking them eyes, Chico.
See that? He's now signed up to PlayStation. He has games right there.
Look at the dates. Look at the dates. That's 2022. That is 2022. That man's purchases said there was on a time limit. The man has already did an online sync. This is what people are trying to tell you, that these are digital-only products. It still has to give that digital online shake to say, oh, you own this purchase content? This is a latest new signed-in account, which beats the purpose of physical and digital, well, mostly digital, for the PlayStation 3. So that means that everything is on a ticking time bomb when it comes to this console. Oh my goodness.
That is right there in front of you. All AGN is doing is looking for proof here.
No, that's not proof. You're just looking for something to cope. And the crazy thing is, you're acting as if this actually brings more credit to your argument, when in reality, it bodies you. Because it goes to show you that that man's account should have worked in the same way. Oh, you really thought this was a got you? If anything, you just gave more credibility to what the man said. You out here making these lousy posts, even though your PlayStation 3 console was updated to the latest firmware with this new digital online handshake that you give it. This man had a PlayStation 3 from 2010 that he hasn't played for what? Probably in the next 16 years? That's a whole different story. The fact that his was able to go and work that way in comparison to his shows that his is also on a time limit. Gamester with another W.
Whether this guy's lying or not, and is there other options here? Screw all the likes. That's all always fake, and then you can bot that. You have to really be careful with that on Twitter.
This proves
people
nothing.
Bot their likes, so it's like that doesn't mean anything. Now he's going to PS2. He's going to God Hand.
Look at the dates. Look at the dates of the games.
And he's going right on it. It's not telling him that. He's saying that because he doesn't have his account, he can't get to it. But this guy's saying he's offline without even being signed in on his dad's profile, who has no PSN account.
Yeah, which also means that these game purchases that are being made on these PS3 accounts is all on a timer. How are you going to compare something from 2010 to some games that this man has recently downloaded and gave Sony the A-OK for this PlayStation 3 console? It is not the same argument, and you know it. Stop capping.
I think he's busted, y'all.
No, you're busted. Because if anything, this brings more validity to that man's argument than the argument you ponies are making. You don't want to believe that Sony put a ticking time bomb on your digital purchases. Y'all don't want to believe that. That's what it says. Locked out. Time. Sign in to reestablish that you own these games. These same things can also happen to this man. Just give it time.
Well, the proof is right here. This is what I'm saying. The PlayStation hate online, so you have to be careful with fake hate. I'm going to say I don't believe this guy.
Of course you don't, because you wanted something to suit your agenda and to suit your narrative. And like I've told you guys before, all this does is prove his point. This doesn't prove yours. If you were so intelligent, right, you would understand that. These purchases were recent. I've seen the dates, 2022, 2023. That console has already gotten the online handshake from Sony. Until this console's 10 or 16 years old with those same purchases, then you cannot sit there and say that that man is lying. And you all know what I'm saying is true. At the end of the day, your games are still being downloaded with a DRM locked timer. Plain and simple. Which also means that your digital games and purchases are not salvageable.
But obviously, we know that if you don't sign on the PlayStation Network for 36 months, then everything is gone and deleted.
And you shouldn't have to. That you shouldn't have to do that.
They even said your games. So the fact that he has his games means that he's lying. Just because you bought a game in 2010 does not mean you've been offline for over 36 months. It just means that you...
No, it just means he's been off longer. What? I thought you was intelligent.
You bought it during that time.
Yeah, and he can't access it.
It says that the games will be deleted, right? That's what it said. And he even says, this is still a massive issue, by the way. You have to swap the CMOS every 10 years or have the console constantly connected to the internet and hope for the...
Exactly. So how could you even make this comparison? And on top of that, if you look at the top right corner, it still showed that he was online. See, you don't know nothing about PS3. You know that little timer that's on the right side? That shows that you're connected online. So this right here, and I'm going to prove it in this video, this right here just shows that you guys have been lying, and all you guys want to do is cope for this.
Time settings to stay up forever. It's just not a problem of license being revoked, but a broken license check. We're giving you facts.
Who broke
on this channel and
You ain't giving nobody nothing. You're shilling.
So you see what he's
corporate
right there,
bootlicker.
Right? This is why this type of stuff right here needs to be brought up.
Yeah, right.
So it gets very interesting. This guy says this is caused by CBOMB. When the CMOS battery dies, DRM kicks in, removing access to digital products, as well as reverting themes back to default and renders DLCs unusable. The issue was addressed for the PS4 and PS5, but Sony still refuses to deal with the PS3 if you care to spread the word. So here it is right here. It's a CBOMB.
We knew this already. We don't need you telling us this. We already knew this.
Aspect. Right? This guy says, not saying you're lying, and yes, this is the internet, but if you want people to really believe, you got to show proof of also trying to...
Why does he have to sign in online if he already made the purchases online? You guys are proving his point. You ponies is really that down bad to the point where you're defending this corporation for putting DRM lockouts on the content that you purchase? That just goes to show you that you don't own anything.
Into that account you believe is deleted. He didn't do that though.
The man didn't do it either. What are you talking about?
So, this guy says if you're not signed in, you can't verify your license. Without those licenses, you can't play your games. His fault for not keeping his account updated with PS4.
Oh, so now we have to keep our consoles updated. You just proved our point. You just literally proved our point. You see how these ponies are, bro? Because we all know if this was Xbox, it'd be a whole different story. Xbox, Microsoft locking people out of their accounts. Microsoft doing this and that. And yet, when PlayStation does it, oh no, it's okay. Just give them a free pass.
Or PS5. This guy's calls him a poser. 10 years without even touching a PS3 and not act like you give a crap about any of those games. Second,
it doesn't matter. He made purchases. Like, you see how these dudes are so quick to defend this garbage? And you see how Dreamcast Guy 2 is slurping this nonsense up instead of actually putting some standards within the gaming community? But then he wants to call everybody else a fanboy.
Had to be signed into your account in order to play digital games.
That's not true. Not for PlayStation Classics. Matter of fact, you guys would go as far to say that's not even possible even on PS4 and 5. Let alone the PS3. So you're telling me that every purchase on the PlayStation is just on a digital timer? That's it? So why are y'all still supporting this company?
That's why I said, this guy says, may not need to sign in, but connect it to the internet to see if you can renew license. Not a PlayStation.
I thought the PS3 was an offline device.
Just my free 2 cents. If that's what's true, what happened to him. But that guy is not even signed in on his dad's account, and he's playing those games. Interesting.
Yeah, because his dad's account wasn't deleted. Yo, you know what, man? I'm done. Gamester with another W. You guys make sure you spam Gamester with another W in this man's chat, man. We've had enough of this garbage. Like I said, man, you make sure you leave Gamester with another W, bro. You ain't nothing but a fanboy. People like you is the problem with the gaming community, man. Going out here as far to defend digital lockouts on people's purchases, man. Like I said, man, this is what happens when you're too busy worrying about what's going on at Xbox and not what's going on your own platform. Like I said, guys, take care. Peace out.